Get ready. This is 120, a legal passage again. The disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council gave too much emphasis on the point of delay in filing the complaint. It has also referred to some strained relations between the parties. We are not inclined to agree with these findings. A mere delay or strained relations between the parties per se would not make a complaint false. These are the points which should put us on guard while appreciating the contentions raised on behalf of either side. But in a case in which most of the facts are admitted, there is little to do except holding that non return of the property of the appellant complainant amount to professional misconduct on the part of advocate. The respondent tried to submit that will had been returned, but no convincing evidence to that effect was produced. The Supreme Court observed that considering the facts of the case in detail, that it is disheartening to note that the documentary evidence and the circumstances bearing the case leaves an irresistible inference that the entry date in the register of wills should have been manipulated by the appellant as if the will had been returned. On an overall evaluation of the facts of the case, it was held that the respondent has proved that the appellant advocate had not returned the will. The earlier stand of the advocate was that he did not have the will. The conduct of the appellant is not in returning the will even on demand is unworthy of the advocate belonging to a noble profession. The appellant had no right to withhold the will. On the other hand, he was bound in duty to return the said will when demanded because the instrument was entrusted to his custody by the testatrix only on trust. The appeal was thus dismissed by the Supreme Court. This is a case which relates to the professional misconduct of an advocate. In this case, an advocate named Bhupender Kumar Sharma was enrolled with the State Bar Council. The State Bar Association made a written complaint to the State Bar Council making allegation of misconduct against the appellant. The State Bar Council took cognizance of the complaint and referred the complaint to its disciplinary committee. After the completion of the proceedings, the order was passed by the said committee to remove the name of the appellant from the state roll of the advocates. This order was challenged before the disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India, but the order of the disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council was confirmed. The order of the disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India confirming the order of the disciplinary committee of State Bar Council was challenged in appeal before the Supreme Court under section 38 of the Advocates Act. According to the complainant, the appellant advocate was guilty of professional misconduct as he was carrying on and continued his business and business activities even after his enrollment as an advocate. The complaint thus stating that the advocate was running a photocopier documentation center in the court compound, Pathankot, and the space for the same was allotted to the appellant in his personal capacity on account of his being handicapped. The disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council, after considering the evidence placed on record both orally and documentary, recorded a finding that the appellant was guilty of professional misconduct in carrying on business even after his enrollment as an advocate and passed order to remove his name from the state roll of advocates under section 35 subsection 3 of D of the Advocates Act and debarred him from practicing as an advocate. The disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India in the appeal filed by the appellant advocate on reappreciations of the material on record concurred with the finding recorded by the disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council and held that the appellant was guilty of professional misconduct, that the punishment imposed on him debarring the appellant from practicing for all time was just. According to disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India, the appellant had not only procured enrollment by submitting the false declaration but also suppressed the material facts, otherwise the appellant would not have been enrolled at all. It was opined that besides it being the case of misconduct, it is also a case where the name of the appellant can be removed for suppression of material fact. However, since the reference was not made therefore, it was left open to the State Bar Council to take such action under Section 26 of the Advocates Act. On the evidence placed on record, the court held that the appellant was guilty of professional misconduct. However, in the opinion of the court, having regard to the nature of the misconduct and taking note of the handicap of the appellant, debarring him from practicing for all the time is too harsh. The court modified the punishment to debar the appellant from practicing up to the end of December 2006. In another case, the Supreme Court has made it clear that writing letter to his client to send money to bribe the judge is a serious misconduct. In this case also, a complaint was filed by the appellant against the respondent advocate before the Bar Council of Rajasthan was referred to the disciplinary committee constituted by the State Bar Council. The complaint was that the respondent, while appearing as a counsel in a suit pending in the civil court, wrote a letter to Mahant Rajgiri, his client inter alia, stating that his another client has also told that the concerned judge accepts bribe and he has obtained several favorable orders from him in his favor and sent certain amount of money so that the suit is got decided in this favor. The contents of the letter were admitted by the respondent advocate. However, in reply to the complaint, he pleaded that the services of the presiding judge were terminated on account of illegal gratification and he had followed the norms of professional ethics and brought these facts to the knowledge of his client to protect his interest, and the money was sent by his client to him.